When they went to investigate, they found that, in short, the entire cargo was something like 204 kilograms of cocaine, worth about $120 million if it reached the streets of Australia, where they estimated the ship's destination was. Their plan was actually to show that this man was still free in Brazil, still free and going wherever he wanted, especially to those in Brazil. There was only one problem. All of Leroux's emails went through his own server, https://www.google.com search Q equals fast freedom mail. com, which he had designed in a way that regularly deleted all messages. The officers needed to mirror this email address so that all his emails would be copied somewhere else, which they could then use in the case. At that time, the only person among them who could do such a thing was Paul Leroux himself. In fact, according to Tongan government officials, this was the largest cargo they had ever discovered in this South Pacific Ocean. Then, after several months of silence, in October 2012, they told him to come to America. We will return to this work. We will return to the man we heard about in the first episode, Joseph Hunter. And we will take a closer look at the operational part of Paul Leroux's cartel. There, he told his story to a fair judge in federal court, and it became clear that the trial for Paul Leroux was on charges of money laundering, illegal drug importation, fraud, and such things. 6 weeks after Paul Leroux's arrest, 2 recreational divers found the ship Gyro in the coastal waters of an uninhabited small island called Luatafido, one of the islands north of Tonga. After this ship went off the radar, authorities in the U.S., Australia, Tonga, and the Cook Islands all launched a massive search operation. The discovery of it by Adam Hirschman, who found it by chance, was considered a victory for them, especially since they had formed an alliance to combat drug trafficking by sea from Latin America to Asia, and they considered this a huge achievement. They saw that the dead man was the ship's second officer, a 35-year-old Slovakian named Milan Renjak. They also found several other passports, several hundred US$, some Dominican money, and some Polish zloty. The ship's captain was never found. The corpse, when autopsied, showed that he had been dead for several days. They tried for a long time to find a relative of this Slovakian man. They couldn't find anyone in Slovakia who would take responsibility for the corpse, and finally, in January 2013, they buried him